from New Hanover County Schools Television. Three-time Blue Ribbon winner for the North Carolina Schools Public Relations Association for Outstanding Electronic Media. This is your school news.
Welcome to your school news for the week of Monday, September 30th through Saturday, October 5th. I'm Gabrielle Allen de Trois-Maisons.
And I'm Nikki Stepanio. Topping our newscast this week, Dr. Rick Holliday has been named Deputy Superintendent. SAT scores are up for New Hanover County. And Winter Park rebuilt its garden with a grant from Whole Foods.
Dr. Rick Holliday has been named Deputy Superintendent for New Hanover County Schools. That tops our district news this week. With this promotion, Dr. Holliday becomes the district's first Deputy Superintendent since 2003. In the past, Holliday has been the principal of Williston Middle School and Laney High School. In 2004, he was named Executive Director of Instructional Services before being promoted to Assistant Superintendent of Student Support Services in 2007. We get this report on the new Deputy Superintendent from YSN reporter Chase Fulton.
A 31-year veteran of the New Hanover County Schools has been named Deputy Superintendent. In this new capacity, he will continue to oversee student support services, and his duties have been expanded to include the supervision of the new in-house legal counsel, public information, exceptional children, safety, and the non-traditional schools. Dr. Holliday is known throughout the system for his strong work ethic and for his knowledge of the district and school law. Many principals have said because of his many years of experience as a principal, Dr. Holliday is an invaluable asset to the district. Dr. Holliday is well prepared for his new position and has climbed the ranks in the district. He began working for the school system in 1982 as a teacher and coach at Laney High School. In 1988, he became an assistant principal at Laney. He was appointed to his first principalship in 1995 when he was named principal of the former Lakeside High School. From 1986 to 1988, he was principal of Williston Middle School, and then in 1988, he was named principal of Laney High School, where he worked for 17 years. In the fall of 2005, Laney's football stadium was named in honor of Dr. Holliday. Dr. Holliday holds a Doctor of Education degree from Nova Southeastern University, a Master's of Education degree from the University of North Carolina at Wilmington, and a Bachelor of Science degree from ECU. Reporting for your school news, this is Chase Fulton.
In other news, Dr. Tim Markley, superintendent, invited the local community to come together for a superintendent's chat. Dr. Markley answered questions about the return to school, the new Common Core curriculum, new legislation impacting schools, and more. He provided parents an overview of the school district, some of the facing problems it's facing in the coming years, and some of the solutions been proposed. In the past, these meetings were held early in the morning, but this to help improve attendance, Dr. Markley scheduled them in the evening.
I think they're important. I think any time that we give parents an opportunity to come out and ask questions, we can give them a better sense of what's going on in the district. We've tried them before school started. This year we thought we would try them after school started and see if we got some different questions and maybe got a better turnout than we've gotten in the past.
This year's superintendent's chat session were spread out over the county, with one being held at Ashley High School, one at Gregory Elementary, and the final one was held at Laney. Although attendance was small at all sessions, Dr. Markley will continue to hold events each year. He strongly believes that communication is key to resolving beginning of the year issues.
Last week, we reported on the increase in the graduation cohort for the system, and this week, SAT scores are up for New Hanover County. Students who took the exam this year made gains over their counterparts in 2012, according to data released by the College Board, which develops and offers the tests. Critical reading scores increased by 13 points, math scores moved up by 5 points, and writing scores rose 18 points in 2013. New Hanover County students have also shown higher growth over the last 5 years than state and national averages. The SAT is one of 2 accepted college entrance exams, the other being the ACT. Under a state law passed in 2011, all high school juniors are required to take the ACT.
Winter Park Elementary School was recently awarded a school garden grant from the Whole Kids Foundation. The goal of the Garden Grant program was to support schools' efforts to grow their gardening program so they can offer their students the great experience of gardening. we learned about the garden event from YSN reporter E.J. McGonigal.
Who knew that Winter Park Elementary School was full of so many green thumbs? Last week, the elementary school was awarded a school garden grant from the Whole Kids Foundation, a nonprofit organization founded by Whole Foods Market. The grant did something incredible. It brought together local families and Whole Foods employees into a humble garden, and they created beauty.
I wrote a grant 5 years ago from Lowe's to put in this ability garden, and when we built it, we partnered with Cape Fear Community College, we partnered with an Eagle Scouts, and they planted the beds, and I used that money. Well, over the years, things need to be replenished. Soil needs to be replenished, the plants obviously need to be replenished, we need new tools, new sprinklers, and so I found a Whole Foods grant that actually promoted us sustaining the ability garden, and so the money that I was awarded will help us keep the garden going for another 3 years.
They worked in the plant beds at Winter Park Elementary, planting, digging, and weeding. Whole Foods supplied the plants, tools, and even the salad lunches. Also there was local musician Mark, Dan, and Herbert performing live music for the hard-working members of the community. Employees at the local supermarket will continue to return to the garden and keep it healthy and thriving. Life was created where there was nothing but crackly, dry soil and twisting and choking weeds. The faded greens and grays were turned into bright, vibrant colors with new, rich brown soil. The garden was back to its original and breathtaking state. But the most amazing part of this story is that this was the first time the garden had been truly utilized in about 5 years. Imagine leaving a garden to itself for 5 years. The ground was just a bunch of dingy green grasses and weeds. But once the transformation was made, everything became full of life, almost as if the garden itself was just as happy as it made those who looked at what the hard work had led to. Reporting for your school news, I'm E.J. McGonigal.
Isaac Bear Early College kicked off its 2013-2014 Launching Leaders Series with Dr. Christopher Hitch, Director of the North Carolina State University's General H. Hugh Shelton Leadership Center. Dr. Hitch is also the Program Director of the NC State Poole College of Management's Executive Programs Office. Isaac Bear's signature leadership program will focus on 7 leadership themes for the coming year. The themes reflect the qualities of leadership and include time management, strong language arts skills, integrity, resilience, problem solving, global citizenship, and communication. Dr. Hitch engaged students and faculty and touched on all 7 leadership themes in an engaging and informative manner. The first Launching Leaders Speakers series for 2013-2014 concluded with the drawings for General H. Hugh Shelton's autobiography, Without Hesitation.
The school system's new calendar committee held their first meeting of the year. Board of Education member Ed Higgins is serving as the chairman of the calendar committee this year. At the initial meeting, each representative was given an informative packet covering the state-mandated policies regarding the school calendar and a first draft of each of the upcoming calendars, based on state policy and last year's calendar. Additionally, this information will be posted on the school system's website. Teachers and parents who wish to provide input should contact the calendar committee representative for their school level. The representative will bring that information to the second calendar committee meeting that will be held on Thursday, October 17th. Calendar committee meetings are open to the public.
Now, when your school news continues, Creed Rassin is here with this week's exciting lunch menu forecast.
Plus, coming up, schools throughout the county took time the month to celebrate National Grandparents' Day. We've got a photo montage of events from throughout the system.
This is Your School News on cable and online. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name's CJ. A few years ago, my father became seriously ill. I did what I could do before he passed, but it took its toll. I lost my job, my house. I'm getting back on my feet, but I don't know when there'll be food on the table. How'd I do, CJ?
We could be twins.
Well, cousins, maybe.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Welcome back to Your School News. This month we're devoting our B block to the topic of bullying.
The end of bullying begins with me. That's the message during October's National Bullying Awareness Month. It's a time when communities can unite nationwide to raise awareness of bullying prevention.
During the month, the team here at your school news will be engaging, educating, and hopefully inspiring to everyone watching to join the movement and prevent bullying right here in our hometown.
We start our look at bullying by answering the question, what is bullying? At first glance, many people might think this behavior is easy to define. Their first image of bullying might be of a physically intimidating boy beating up a smaller classmate. While that can still be considered bullying today, everyone needs to know that bullying behaviors can be much more complex and varied than the stereotype. We have the special report from YSN reporter Abby Bowman.
Bullying is a serious problem in homes, schools, and communities. Often dismissed as an adolescent rite of passage, research clearly indicates bullying is learned behavior and damaging to the academic, physical, social, and emotional development of all involved. Bullying is not only a problem of youth, but is one that spans all ages.
Bullying is a conscious, willful, deliberate act of harm and terror. Students who bully typically have been thinking about it, and their intent is to harm and to create fear in the victims.
In order to be considered bullying, the behavior must be aggressive and include an imbalance of power. Kids who bully use their power, such as physical strength, access to embarrassing information, or popularity, to control or harm others. Power imbalances can change over time and in different situations, even if they involve the same people.
But these days, bullying can be physical, the verbal aggression, the social aggression. We see that a lot with our girls, the social isolation, trying to pull other students away from them. Oh, don't be that person's friend, spreading rumor, gossip. Sexual harassment is a form of bullying. And now in the age of social media, there's cyberbullying.
Bullying can affect everyone. Those who are bullied, those who bully, and those who witness bullying. Bullying is linked to many negative outcomes, including impacts on mental health, substance use, and suicide.
Unfortunately, bullying is very permanent for some students, for some children. It can carry on into their whole life. They unfortunately believe what they hear and what they see, and it can affect their self-esteem. Their goals, their dreams are tainted, unfortunately.
Bullying is a pervasive problem in schools, affecting almost a third of students in grades 6 through 10. Because of the significant negative consequences of this behavior for all involved, it should not be viewed as just a normal part of growing up. To be addressed effectively, both individual and system-level interventions are required. If we do not intervene with bullies, we not only place targets at risk for physical injury, depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem, but also significantly increase the likelihood that bullies will develop into antisocial adults. Reporting for Your School News, this is Abby Bowman.
Thank you, Abby. Now let's consider a few other features that have been included in definitions of bullying. Although definitions vary from source to source, most agree that an act is defined as bullying when the behavior hurts or harms another person physically or emotionally. The targets have difficulty stopping the behavior directed at them, the struggle to defend themselves. And most definitions include a statement about the imbalance of power, described as when the student with the bullying behavior has more power, either physically, socially, or emotionally, such as a higher social status, is physically larger or emotionally intimidating. More information on bullying and bully prevention can be found at www.pacer.org/bullying/resources.
Bullying isn't just student against student. A new cyberbullying law with roots in Charlotte makes it a misdemeanor for students to commit various online offenses against school employees, such as creating false profiles, signing them up for internet porn, or posting personal images and private information. The law will go into effect December 1st and breaks new ground nationally. Teachers say it provides a weapon against online attacks that can be emotionally and professionally devastating. While belittling teachers is as old as the one-room schoolhouse, malicious material on the web has a far greater reach than whispered nicknames, bathroom graffiti, and caricatures scrawled on notepaper. Students are just starting to learn about the law. Some interviewed said online harassment merits punishment, but a criminal charge that could affect college admission and job opportunities seems harsh, especially for a first offense. The ACLU of North Carolina is gearing up to fight, urging students who are charged to call.
Join us next week as we continue to explore the topic of bullying. Our special report next week will be focused on the efforts by New Hanover County school systems to deal with the persistent bullying issue.
It's time now for this week's lunch bill of fare. Gone are the days of mystery me and the crabby hairnet-wearing lunch lady.
Across the county, school lunchrooms have gotten a facelift and a menu makeover.
Creed Rassin, our lunch menu analyst, joins us now with the week's school lunch menu so parents, students, teachers, and everyone working with the New Hanover County school system can plan their lunchtime options.
Here in the newsroom, I have had a chance to review this week's lunch menu. We have two halves to the menu, with Spanish dishes as headliners half the week, and then we have switched to Italian entrees. As always, the menu includes lots of fresh produce items and more whole grains. Let's take a look at this week's selections. On Tuesday, October 1st, we kick things off with a beef taco with Spanish rice, or for something a little less spicy, there's a grilled chicken sandwich. On the side, barbecue pinto beans, a garden salad, and fresh fruit. On Wednesday, October 2nd, you can choose from either a quesadilla or a cheesy breadsticks. On the side, a fresh tomato and cucumber salad, a traditional garden salad, chilled pears, and fruit jello with topping. On Thursday, October 3rd, we switch to a taste of Italy with mini ravioli, or something a little more American. Chicken filet sandwich on the side, sweet potato salad, broccoli with cheese, a garden salad, and fresh fruit. On Friday, October 4th, end the week with everyone's favorite pizza, or enjoy a turkey, ham, and cheese hoagie. On the side, macaroni and cheese, chickpea salad, mixed vegetables, a fresh garden salad, and mixed fruit. For the weekend, I got my healthy tip. This weekend, wake up to fruit. Make a habit of adding fruit to your morning oatmeal, ready-to-eat cereal, yogurt, or toaster waffle. Remember, it's all about eating right. After the weekend, start the week with either corn puppies or grilled chicken with noodles. On the side, wonderful sweet potato waffle fries or garden salad, mixed fruit, and jello topping. I have been told that the child nutrition department has some surprises in the store for the lunch menu in the weeks ahead. Now I look forward to bringing you the details on those exciting entrees. Now taking a look once again at your lunch entrees for the week, you've got some great selections with some really great sides to choose from. Two side items to be sure not miss out are fruit jello with topping on Wednesday and chickpea salad on Friday. That does it for this week's lunch bill of fare. From the newsroom, this is Creed Rassin reminding you to take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Back to you.
Thanks, Creed. Don't forget, you can also catch the lunch bill of fare during the morning show here on the Learning Network and online at www.nhcs.net/nutrition/menus.htm.
Now don't go away. We look at National Grandparents Celebrations across the county.
But coming up next, we've got a high school sports report with Scott Banke. Scott will keep us updated on the games for the upcoming week.
Your school news will continue after the break.
My cell phone number and John's cell phone number. Hey, pretty. And number of the restaurant where we're going to be. I've left you my pager number, too.
The odds of a babysitter calling 911, 1 in 1,400. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 150. You know the odds of autism. Now learn the signs. Go to autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back to your school news. It's time for Scott Banke with sports.
And welcome to Sports on Your School News. We are in the 6th week of high school football, and there are some good matchups on tap this Friday night. The biggest game of the week has Coach Braswell and the Hoggard Vikings taking on Kevin Motzinger and the New Hanover County Wildcats at Legion Stadium. This is without question one of the most anticipated matchups every school year in the longest-running county rivalry. The other two high schools are out of town. Laney High goes toe-to-toe with South Brunswick, and Ashley High School travels to Pender County to challenge Topsail Senior High. Coach Eanes had the following to say about the progress of his team.
We try to get some guys, healthy and that kind of stuff, so I think we're ready.
Recapping high school football this Friday, October 4th. Hoggard is at New Hanover for a great night of hometown football. Meanwhile, Laney travels to South Brunswick to take on the Cougars, while Ashley goes to Topsail Senior High School to meet the Pirates. All games start at 7:30 p.m. Then looking ahead to October 11th, New Hanover and Ashley meet at Legion Stadium. Laney travels to Topsail, and Hoggard has a bye week. In other sports, girls JV and varsity volleyball is in full swing, with Hoggard leading the varsity conference at 6-0. Ashley has moved into second place at 4-2. New Hanover is fourth at 2-3, and Laney is sixth at 2-4. According to Max Pratt as of September 24th. This week, Ashley High School has one game on the road and one at home. On Tuesday, October 1st, then face the Wildcats of New Hanover in Brogdon Hall. Then October 3rd, the Screaming Eagles face the one-seed Hoggard Vikings at home. Looking ahead, Ashley faces Rose High School on October 8th at Rose, and then Laney Bucks on the 10th in Michael Jordan Gymnasium. Speaking of Laney, their schedule this week includes Topsail High School on October 1st at Topsail, and they stay on the road traveling to Hoggard to face the Vikings on October 8th. Looking ahead, Laney has only one game left on October 10th when Ashley visits Bucktown. As we said, Hoggard faces both Ashley and Laney this week. Looking ahead at the Vikings schedule, their last two matchups will be Brunswick County as they travel to West Brunswick on the 10th and South Brunswick on the 15th. The New Hanover Wildcats welcome Ashley on the 1st and face the West Brunswick Trojans at home on the 8th. The Wildcats then travel to South Brunswick on the 10th and match Topsail High at home on the 15th. Come to Hoggard at all volleyball games start at 6 p.m. In men's soccer this week, Max Prep's conference standing as of September 23rd has New Hanover and Ashley in 1-2 positions. The Wildcat of New Hanover have 2 games scheduled. Tuesday, the first day of play, they face the Ashley Screaming Eagles at Legion Stadium. Then on the 3rd, it's another home game against the Laney Buccaneers. Laney has 2 back-to-back away games. On the 1st, they travel to Topsail High School to face the Pirates, and on the 3rd, they face the Wildcats. The Ashley Screaming Eagles, number 2 in the conference, standing faces the number 1 seed New Hanover on October 1st at Legion Stadium, and then travels to Hoggard to tackle the Vikings on October 3rd. Also travel this week, but the schedule is a little more manageable. On Tuesday the 24th, they go to South Brunswick, and on the Thursday the 26th, they visit Topsail High School. All games start at 6:30. Looking ahead, Laney faces Swansboro on the 5th and Hoggard on the 8th. Hoggard is at home against Laney on the 8th and travels to West Brunswick on the 10th. The Screaming Eagles visit Laney on the 10th at Laney. Finally, in men's soccer, New Hanover meets Laney on the 8th and has a rare Wednesday night game on the 9th against South Brunswick. Max Price has teamed up with Benjamin Moore Paints to highlight some of the most enthusiastic high school sports fans in the county. This week, we take a look at the fans and players who have taken the idea of face paint and even body paint to the highest level. So come on, New Hanover County, it's time to rock your school colors and win $1,000 for your school. To enter, just post your photo to Instagram using the hashtag #RockYourSchoolColors to be eligible to win. In addition to the 5 $1,000 grand prizes, we will be choosing fan favorites each week to win some Max Prep swag. That's sports this week, and your school news will be right back.
I'm John Stevens.
I'm Diana DeGarmo.
And I'm Justin Guarini, and we support music education.
Kids who study music do better in school and in life.
Music education is so important because it is a great learning tool and it is essential for a developing mind.
Music for me in high school and junior high and all throughout my education had been such a great opportunity for me to express myself.
To support music education in your local community, go to www.supportmusic.com.
Welcome back to your school news. We close our program with a wonderful look at National Grandparent Day celebrations from across the school system.
National Grandparents Day has been celebrated in the United States since 1978 and officially recognized in a number of countries on various days of the year, either as one holiday or sometimes as a separate Grandmother's Day and Grandfather's Day.
From the northern to southern end of the county, schools took time to celebrate the important contributions seniors have made throughout history.
You may not know this, but Marion McQuaid of Oak Hill, West Virginia, has been recognized nationally by the United States Senate and by President Jimmy Carter of National Grandparents Day.
In February 1977, a joint resolution was introduced to the Senate requesting the President to issue annually a proclamation designating the first Sunday of September after Labor Day of each year as National Grandparents Day.
Congress passed a legislation proclaiming the first Sunday after Labor Day as National Grandparents Day, and on August 3, 1978, then President Jimmy Carter signed the proclamation.
The statute states the day's purpose: to honor grandparents, to give grandparents an opportunity to show love for their children's children, and to help children become aware of strength, information, and guidance for older people can offer.
In 2004, the National Grandparents Day Council announced that A Song for Grandma and Grandpa by Johnny Prill will be the official song of the U.S. National Grandparents Day holiday.
The official flower of the U.S. National Grandparents Day is the forget-me-not, which blooms in the spring. As a result, seasonal flowers are given to appreciation of grandparents on National Grandparents Day.
Grandparents are our heritage and are essential members of our families and communities. That is why a special day, National Grandparents Day, was set aside every year to honor them. These celebrations throughout the school were a chance for students to have the opportunity to spend some time with their grandparents, have fun, and create some special memories.
That does it for this edition of your school news. Recapping some of our main stories. Dr. Rick Holliday is being named Deputy Superintendent. SAT scores are up for New Hanover County. And Winter Park rebuilds its garden with a grant from Whole Foods.
Remember, your school news is on cable and online. And don't forget to start your morning with our light and lively morning show, weekdays at 6 a.m. I'm Gabrielle Allen-de-Trois-Maisons.
And I'm Nikki Stepanio. On behalf of the entire YSN crew, thanks for watching New Hanover County Schools TV on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
Have a great day.